All right, everyone. I'm back. And I know a lot of you tuned in, but I was having some technical difficulties. I kept getting feedback, echo. And I had a whole bunch of stuff prepared. Now I got to redo it. So it is what it is. It's probably StreamYard or YouTube. They're in cahoots with the devil. All righty. So, everyone, you see the thumbnail. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here with this emergency broadcast from New York. And it doesn't make any sense why they would play this. Can't figure it out. Just can't figure it out. So here we are, and we got an emergency broadcast, right? So what's this all about? Well, let's get into it. All right. So New York City's punting out some type of fear porn in my mind. The mayor thinks this is all good. All right. The mayor in New York, he thinks this is all good. So it doesn't make any sense. So here we go. This is step one.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why. Just know that the big one has hit. Okay? So what do we do? Step one, get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option.
So there you go. A nuclear bomb hits New York City. Step one, get inside. Duh, no shit. But so, like, what do I do? Because I'm from New York. So what do I do when I'm, like, on the FDR Drive or I'm on the BQE? I'm going over to Verrazano. Do I jump out of my car and look for a fucking building? So this is the real retarded shit they're showing. So that's step one. Let's go to step two of this insanity that they put on TV. Here we go.
Step two, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body.
So step two, get inside. Okay, get to the middle of the building or go in the basement because that's really going to protect you from a nuclear blast. And then wipe all the radiation off of yourself. Take your clothes off and you'll be okay. Wash down with some soap and water. We just got hit with a nuke in New York. They're going to try to say that's what we should do. Yeah, okay. There'll be chaos in the streets. Here's part three.
Step three, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe.
Step three, follow the media. Yeah, I believe the media. They tell you the truth all the time, right? Follow the media, listen and obey. So what is this anyway? Let's try to figure this out because I'm trying to figure this out. So I'm thinking it's a few different things. I'm thinking it's fear porn. So they're trying to scare the shit out of everybody. This is what they want to do. Now, I watched the show back like a year ago. This guy, 107, okay? This guy only shows his shoes, doesn't even show his face. Supposedly, he's CIA connected. They're all fucking connected. Everybody's connected, all right? And he said that what they're going to do is they're going to bring us to the brink, to the point where people are just scared shit and they'll give up their freedom. I don't know. Is this the plan? Oh, okay. So is that the plan? Is that plan one? They just want to scare the shit out of everyone. Could be. All right, let's get to plan two. Plan two is something is going to happen. I don't know. A nuke's going to go off in New York. Listen. They're trying to make it like it's Russia, right? Let me tell you, if anybody hits New York with a nuke, first thing, Wall Street goes down, the whole economy goes down. All right? Throughout the world. Maybe this is that New World Order shit. They want to bring it in, right? So if a nuke hits New York, game over. Game over. World War III. There's no in between. We're launching. So I don't think that's likely. Unless all these elite globalists want to take us out. This is their excuse. They want to get us down to 500 million people. They've been bragging about this shit. They just blew up the Georgia Guidestones. Somebody was brave enough to blow them up. Okay? The demonic 10 commandments, I call them. All right? So is that what they want to do? Do they really want World War III? And all these elites are going to be in their bunkers and be in some kind of space station above the planet so they don't get it? Or they'll be somewhere on the planet that's not going to get hit. You know, like Switzerland, the neutral country. Like, that's where they all go hide when there's wars. Who knows? So that's could be part 2. So we got plan 1, fear porn, to scare the shit out of everyone. We got plan 2, it's really going to happen. Now, I don't know why there was a need to put this out there. Do they know something that we don't know? I mean, is that what it's all about? Is there something out there that they know that we don't know about? Are they hiding it? You know, they knew about a lot of things. You watch The Simpsons, you just can predict the future practically. This is crazy. So I wanted to see if anybody got any type of thing. I'm going to go over plan 3. You know, plan 3 is they're all in on it. That means Russia, U.S., this is all planned. It's all been planned. And this basically, you know, it's to bring the New World Order in. I mean, if they do this, they want to bring in the New World Order. I cannot see them letting now, could it be maybe another 9/11, a couple of buildings or something? That's possible. They did it once, they'll do it again, right? We all know about 9/11. They keep hiding everything, you know. Go watch a couple of movies, Loose Change, and you'll figure out what really 9/11 was about. Now, anybody out there, you got any ideas or why they're putting this shit out there? I don't know. You know, I feel like I'm watching a movie right now with the world, what's going on. I mean, this is like the greatest story ever seen. Like, did anybody ever hear the greatest story ever told? It was a biblical movie. Well, this is the greatest movie ever seen, and we're all watching it right now. But my biggest problem is the politicians. Okay? We got January 6th show trials, because that's what they are. They're not, there's no like judge there or anything. They're just throwing stuff out there just to make everybody think like really something. They got Trump on some shit or something like that, which is total bullshit. Okay. They got all these people. This is my problem. They got all these people January 6th. A few of them overthrew gates. They show you one part, but they don't show you the part where all the, you know, all the cops were letting them in, because that's on video, you know, telling them come in there. Most of them were going in there. They were staying even in between the red ropes, like they were on tour, like they were tourists. And they put these people, some of them, like, I don't know how many they arrested, 700 or something. They're still in jail. Like a year. Well, is this country worse than China? Because I don't see one politician bringing this shit up. You know, they're having all these hearings about all this bullshit. But none of them are bringing up, why are these people still in prison? They were just walking through there like a tourist. Let me tell you, I was going there that day, and I don't know why. I didn't want to go drive all the way to Washington by myself. And the problem why I didn't really want to go, so I figured, where am I going to park my car? I'll probably have to park it 20 miles away, walk there. So I didn't go. Because if I was there, I would have creeped my way up all the way to the front of that line, and I would have been in that building too. I would have went in. What's the big deal? I may have been so crazy, I may have took a couple of pictures with that guy with the Viking helmet. Or went in Pelosi's office. I mean, good thing I didn't go. I'd be in jail right now. But is this what this country's become? They're putting innocent people? Really, they're innocent. What is it, misdemeanor? They're burning down buildings in Portland. They didn't care about that. They cared about the insurrection. The people went and no. They're trying to make an example so you know you can never do anything. You can't even enter a building. You know, they don't want protests. They still got it fenced off. It's 7 months went by. Still got that shit on lockdown. Or more than 7 months. Forget it. It's over a year. So all these people that are in jail still over a year, I would say, let's say 75% of them were just innocent bystanders walking around in there. All right. Let's say 25% were a little crazy. They didn't really destroy anything. They broke a couple of windows. Big fucking deal. All right. They were flipping cars and burning them in Portland, but that was all right. So why are they all in jail still? What kind of country is this then? What's going on? Is this Gestapo or mafioso takeover of the United States, Democrats? Are they just doing what they want? Yep, they're doing what the fuck they want. That's absolutely right. So let's see some comments. No, I heard a few things. Are you talking about the president? Sri Lanka took off and told military to do whatever to restore order. Look, the globalists, the elite demons want chaos because they want it so bad that you're going to beg for them to come in and save you. See? Hope. You know what hope is? Hope basically is you want somebody else to do your job. That's what hope is. You're hoping for someone who'll do what you won't do. That's hope. Okay? And we're all hoping. We're all hoping somebody's going to come and change this whole thing. That's what the Trump thing is. Everybody's hoping he can get in there and he's going to change everything. If he gets in, he'll change a lot of shit. Okay? But right now, you can watch all these other talk shows. All these people are sitting there telling you we're in control. The good guys are winning. Bullshit. Double bullshit. They want to get rid of all the cows. Okay? You got these Dutch farmers, at least some. There's like supposedly 1 million Dutch farmers in that little country. Okay? And they're protesting the hell, Mo. They're blocking every street. They're not letting no food get delivered. They're going to cause that country. You're going to either starve to death or stick with the farmers. Why were Canadians sent the New York, in case of nuke attack? Ukraine wants $9 billion a month now. Talk about the Netherlands and Sri Lanka. Yeah, well, we are talking about the Netherlands. What are you talking about? So, what's going on, right? Now, we got all these farmers here. I'm going to show you. I made like a 1-minute video, all these farmers. I love these guys, man. You got to just check these guys out, man. They're protesting. I can't even put videos on this stupid StreamYard. I got to get another thing because StreamYard doesn't play the sound. But yeah, I made a little... Yeah, so you see those farmers, there's millions of them, right? Like, not millions, thousands. They're protesting, see all those tractors and everything. They don't want you to see that, but maybe this is what they really want. They want chaos. I don't know. They're telling these poor farmers that by next year, they got to cull 30% of their cow, and the next year, another 30%. Because they're farting, because cows are farting. This is what now we've gotten to. We've gotten to the point, okay? Now, cow farts are destroying the planet. You know, men can have babies. This is what we're getting to. How do people entertain this? How does anybody entertain this? Men can have babies. They want to make another sex. They said there's another sex now. No, you're either born with that sex organ or you're born with the other sex organ. If you don't have that sex organ, you can't have babies. But you're not you, people watching the show, but most people are entertaining this. This is absurd. Absurd. Okay, now you got these Dutch farmers, you got Italians in Italy protesting, and there's another country protesting. You had Sri Lanka, they overthrew the government. What did they overthrow? They threw him out of the palace. He's on a Navy ship. He's already getting ready to send the military in. This is a big problem. Even in that video I showed you, you show farmers, right? But there's cops taking the farmers' tractors. All these cops, now it's not the local cops. I keep telling people this. Understand. They fly in and bus in troopers, they call, and they come in there and they got black hearts and they'll do whatever they say. There may be 1,000 of them and they fly them all over to different countries. NATO sending people in. You think the average cop is going to back this shit up? No way. When the police start basically backing the people up, the regular cops, things will change. But until then, if they're going to keep enforcing all these crazy laws, I mean, they just passed a law against the farmers the Dutch farmers, and that's it. The people should be voting on this shit. But you got these rich globalists, they're going to be sitting in their little penthouse, drinking their martinis, eating their filet mignon. Don't matter if you got a steak. They don't want you to eat steak. They want you to eat bugs. Nicole Kidman made a commercial now. She eats a 3-course meal of bugs. Nicole Kidman. All them devil-worshipping Hollywood people, So I was watching another show, too, about the why are a lot of these Hollywood stars, why they catch the, Corona. So they're saying that they spiked their adrenochrome. So that's why a lot of them caught it. Who knows? I don't know. All I know is, why do we have a government that is basically passing insane laws and nothing's being done? They're breaking law after law, stealing money after money. I mean, but nothing's happening. Nobody's going to jail. They put a little show on there, like even with Epstein, they put a little show on for you, But what happened? All the cameras we got, Epstein hung himself. The second time he tried to kill himself. Nothing's on video. All the cameras were off. Everything. Come on now. It's worse than a clown world. This is like a mafia takeover. There's no in between. They're doing what they want. Let's see what Private War says. They want caviar while you should eat bugs. Yep. I saw that vid. But it's so funny, a new kit's grab onto a building, get in the middle of the house. Yeah, that's really going to save you. Yeah, that's grow. The best was, and wash off all the stuff, all that radiation poisoning on your clothes. That shit's on your clothes. You might as well it's over. You're going to die anyway, probably. I mean, I would take my clothes and definitely take a shower anyway, but, all fear porn. Then you got Kamala Harris talking about something about transportation. Okay, she's Jekyllin. You got to do the transportation, take the transportation, because transportation need what you now got to get to work because you need the transportation. What the hell are you talking about? Did they, I really think they selected her on purpose because everybody hates her, right? So they hate her more than Biden. So that's the perfect choice. You pick, because if they liked her better than Biden, then they would want to make her the president, right? But so they picked her. It was a perfect pick. She couldn't even get 1% of the vote when she was trying to run for president. So they picked the person that is hated the most. They hate her more than Biden. So she'll never be president. If even even something happened to Biden, the potato head, they'll do a weekend at Bernie's. They'll stand him up with wooden like a puppet. They will not let him. Even if he's dead, they'll make believe he's alive. They'll do CGI. They'll do anything. She will never get in office. Now, let's see what else we got going on. This January 6th thing, those really got me ticked because, these rhino Republicans, and they're all rhinos because none of them are doing anything. Not one politician's even talking about these people being held in these jails for like real small bullshit crimes. Like, come on now. Anybody could have been there. Leaked email sent to Gateway Pundit from unselected committee to January 6th defendant proof committee and DOJ are extorting testimonies out of the witnesses. Let's see what this is about. So here's the letter. It says, I hope you are doing well. This is from the committee. My name is James Sasso, and I am reaching out about your client, the U.S. House Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol believes that they have information relevant to its investigation. The Select Committee is examining the facts, circumstances, and causes of January 6th to identify and evaluate lessons learned and to recommend corrective law, policies, procedures, rules, or regulations. As part of the effort, we would like to interview your client. Yeah, we would like to tell him if he says this and this and this, we'll give him a little slap on the hand. Who we understand has accepted responsibility and pleaded guilty. So the guy pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor, and this is what they're all going through right now. These people have been in jail, but not one Republican, not one Democrat is talking about this. The only ones that are talking about this are the ones that want to put these people away to make an example because they don't want you to protest. You're not allowed to protest anymore. Just shut up and take orders from your masters. Please contact me at your earliest convenience to discuss scheduling a time for the interview. Why would you want to interview these people? You have this show trial that's not a real trial, so put them on the stand. No, they want to get them. They want to make a deal. Listen, you say Trump enthused you to go there. They had one guy he was on. They must have got to him. He said, yeah, Trump motivated me to go to that thing and go inside, watching him on TV. I don't think so. It's all smoke and mirrors, but they're really trying to make you believe like something really crazy happened that day. Like, hey, it was a protest. They went in, okay, 99% peacefully. Couple of idiots. Who knows if they were chills, okay? Look at that thing with the governor in, Michigan there. There was 12 people involved. 11 of them, they found out were FBI. But nothing happens. Nothing ever happens. That's what they should call this country. Nothing ever happens. This is worse than these third world countries right now. You just don't see it. They're giving billions and billions and billions to all these other countries. Ukraine wants $9 billion a month now. How much money are they going to? How much can they steal? That's what they're saying to themselves. Biden absurdly claims Trump administration walked away from the Middle East. Oh, that was who was supposedly the president when they pulled out? Was it Potato Head? I think so. Let's see if we got anything else good. New low. Only 18% want Biden to run in 2024. But yet Biden says, I'm running and you guys don't know what you're talking about. Everybody wants me. Everybody loves me. This guy's like, I don't know. Is he in his own world? And let's see if we got anything else. Yeah, that's Kamala Harris giving the word salad. She always does word salad now. She does it on purpose. She's not a stupid woman. I've seen her in the past, and she speaks very well. She was a lawyer. She was a prosecutor. All of a sudden, she can't put two words together. Lifelong Democrat says he may vote GOP if Biden runs again. But why are we even, I mean, like, these Republicans really don't deserve our vote. We just got to pick our poison. I guess we're going to have to vote for them, right? Because, pick your poison. But, like, they don't even deserve our vote. I wish there was another party that would start because the Republicans ain't doing anything. They're just going along, They're making believe they're a little scared. They don't want to, they don't want to shake it up a little bit. I don't see them talking about January 6th at all. It's like they're on the Democrat side. Says he can't help himself. Joe Biden caught in the wild sniffing little girl's hair. Let's see. That guy, come on, he does that on purpose. Then he fell off his bike here. I don't know. Did he really fall or was that planned? I mean, you fall like that, you should break an ankle or something, right? Here's a sniffing. Let's see. Let's see if he sniffs. Hey, God, I hope that guy didn't have bad breath. But anyway. All right, let's see what else we got. So this guy here, I don't know if you know who he is. He's the economic advisor. He basically was on TV and he claimed that, the liberal world order, we have to do what we have to do to get the liberal world order. So he's calling it the liberal world order instead of new world order. Same shit. All right. This is, his name is Brian Geese. But what we have to look at too, I was doing a lot of research. Their main culprits are these three big corporations. BlackRock is the top. BlackRock has the third highest GDP in the world. There are only two countries that have a bigger GDP than BlackRock, which is a corporation, okay, is the U.S. and China. After China, BlackRock has a bigger GDP than Russia. A corporation. You think they got a lot of monopolies going on? And let's see, anything else good? Biden went to Israel. Who knows what that's about? Probably figuring out they're going to divide the money up. Who gets what? Because all this money going to Ukraine, nobody knows where it's going. Okay? Only one senator, I think it was Rand Paul or whatever his name is, Rand Paul. He said, we want to have a committee that knows where all this money's going. And they knocked it down. They don't want you to know. So keep hoping, because hope, like I said, is waiting for someone else to do it. And that's what we're all doing. I'm on here at least speaking my mind. Everything with this climate change, this is how they're going to, I don't really think people are going to buy into another plague, okay? People are sick and tired of it. People are getting sick and tired of getting, magic potions and all this stuff. So I think this climate change is their real smoking gun. Because if you really think about it, they could go after anything. They're going after the cows. They're saying they're farting. What are they going to go after next? The pigs and the chickens? They're going to say the chickens are farting, the pigs are farting. You can only eat plants, we'll make plant meat. And then they'll say the plants are making off carbon because trees make carbon. So how do we get around this with this climate change? Because they're going to just pick anything they feel like That's it's about. Pretty soon you won't be able to eat fish. They'll say you're ruining the ecosystem. You can't eat fish no more. It's part of the climate change. Everything's climate change. I get it. There's pollution. We got to take care of the pollution and things. We shouldn't have plastic bottles all over the ocean. But that don't mean the cows are killing, you know. I like to know how McDonald's is going to stay in business and Burger King and all the... Are they going to have their own private farms with cows? Are they allowed to have as many cows as they want to make their Big Macs? Because I don't think McDonald's is going to go for it. And they're one of the big, big companies. So how are we getting away with that? The cows are killing everyone. They're farting. They're going to, you know what? They're doing this to the Dutch farmers. I think it's like a test run. Or they just want chaos. But eventually, what I think they're going to do in the U.S., they're just going to make it real hard for the cattle farmers. Okay, they're going to tell them they got to buy special machines, maybe. You got to put all the cows in a barn. And when they fart, the barn absorbs their fart with these special fans. Who knows? They'll come out with something. Maybe you got to put a bag on your cow's ass and it farts in it. I don't know. But they're going to make it harder and harder. And we think, I was talking to a guy today. He goes, that'll never happen here. Oh, really? I never thought that I would have to be forced to get something put in my body. Okay? And it happened. And people bought into it. If everybody would have said, hey, F you, I'm not putting that in my body, what were they going to do? Like in NYPD. They told all of them, all the cops, if you don't go get that magic potion, you're fired. So if all 34,000 of them said, you know what? We're not doing it. What were they going to do? Have no police? Maybe they like that even better. Maybe they want more chaos. Everybody's moving out of New York, and who's buying up all the real estate? All these big corporations like BlackRock. Because eventually they know, okay, eventually they know that they're going to bring law and order back to the cities. They're just doing this so they can buy everything up cheap, okay? You can't get it, can't buy a house anymore. I mean, it's getting to the point that they want you to rent, okay? And they're buying up, I think they bought up 20% of the housing market, like these 2-3 corporations last year. They don't want, you're going to be happy, you're going to own nothing and be happy, and you're going to eat bugs. Nicole Kidman, you can watch the video, Google it. She has like a 3-4 course meal of bugs. This is sick people that we got in Hollywood, and people watch her movies too. People turn it to Sasquatch shit and milk cartons here, maybe. Even have a Lemurian abduct you and take you to outer space. Trinity Trails got the craziest shit. But I just want people to give me, let's go back to the original subject. What is this?
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why. Just know that the big one has hit, okay?
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why. Okay? Don't ask me. You're not allowed to ask. Just understand, obey. Okay?
Step 2. Stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible.
All right, so a new kits, and you're going to shut your doors and windows. That's going to protect you. Yeah, and get to the middle of the building. Like, the thing ain't going to go right through it. I mean, you've seen those Hiroshima videos. They show you those nukes. I don't even know if that's real, if they actually got bombs that powerful. But if they do, oh, well, you get in your basement. You'll be saved.
Step 3. Stay tuned. Follow media for more information.
That is the funniest one. Stay tuned and follow media for information. Zuckerberg will be on Facebook telling you what to do. Or Dorsey there from Twitter, because he still, I think, Musk backed out of it. That was all bullshit. I knew from the beginning. I think what happened with Musk is they called his bluff. He threw a crazy number at him. And they sold it to him. And then he finds out there's, I don't know, millions of bogus accounts. Was that an excuse? I don't think it was an excuse. I think there is millions of bogus accounts. Okay. And this is Pure Knight said, how to die fast video. Yeah. They said, don't ask. You understand what's going on, people? Don't ask. Look, this is becoming so tyrannical, I guess you want to call it. I can't even pronounce some of these crazy words anymore. This Brooklyn accent, but it's getting crazy. It's getting so crazy that the average person can't even take it anymore. All right. But on the good hand, is more and more people are starting to realize a lot of this bullshit, and they're realizing that this is a global takeover. They have already declared they won. Just so you know, I watch a lot of different videos, and the globalists already said we got this already. They basically, I guess, they evaluated it by how many sheep there are out there, and they seen that there's so many sheep that they figured they got this. And here's another thing: I think they got this crazy quantum computer that actually takes everything that's going on in the world, all the information that they're getting from everyone with data and your phones and tracking you with Google, and they're basically, I think they're predicting the future. That's what I think is really going on too. I think they got this machine that's predicting the future, and it's so smart that it's pretty on point. The globalists said we got this already. So are we going to go down with a fight? Yeah, there'll be a little bit of a fight. I mean, you see what's going on in the Dutchlands, but by fighting, does it buy into their narrative? Because the farmers now, they're blocking everything in the Dutchlands, right? So nobody can get food. Nobody's getting food delivered to supermarkets. They're blocking everything. But does that matter? Because these rich people, even if they couldn't get food, they could jump on a plane and go to another country and get food. Not every country is going through it. So, they'll do a few countries at a time. Canada, I think, is next with, their dictator, Trudeau there. Because that's what that guy is. But none of these people are accountable. None of them are going to be held accountable. They can all talk their talk. I don't see, I watch a lot of these shows, patriotic shows with a lot of these different people, and they all talk about all this good stuff, but I don't see not one of these demons going to jail. None of them. So if none of them are going to jail and they keep doing what they're doing, how are we even kind of winning? What, the farmers protest, that's winning? That's not winning. They're fighting back. You can't blame them. It's their livelihood. They got to. But do these rich elites care? I mean, even if Walmart and all these companies shut down their Amazon, everybody shut their operations down for a year, you think Jeff Bezos is going to want for anything? You don't think he has enough money to survive, even if he closed down his whole company, Walmart? So they'll let everything shut down for a year till everybody's begging for scraps. And if this goes that way, now I'm hoping it goes the other way, right? But the thing is, after we get all these demons, then we got to start going after all the people that enforce their craziness, okay? If you're you're a cop and you're enforcing their craziness, I don't want to hear the excuse that you're doing your job. It's not a good enough excuse for me. And I'm sure most people are going to feel the same. Yeah. Pure Knight said, what meteor after a nuclear blast? Yeah, there ain't going to be no meteor in New York. I don't know. There won't be internet. There'll be, how are you going to get a reception? You're right. And let me tell you, if any piece of the United States gets hit, they get hit. They get hit. The smallest town in the United States gets hit with a nuke from another country. Game over. we will start launching like, and we don't start launching, then whoa, what's going on then? You know, due to, my third theory was, anyway, I was talking about 3 plans. I think they want to get us into a war. I think our own country wants to go to war. They've always done it. You can look at World War II and think about everything with Germany. There's a lot of stuff that you don't know about World War II that's starting to come out. And if you don't believe me, Google it. Okay? They're claiming that the English Prime Minister there, Winston Churchill, wanted the war. He didn't want to back out of it. They're claiming Germany wanted to make peace at one point, and he didn't want it. He denied it. He said, no, we got to go. We got to go to war. Okay, so that's why that guy Chamberlain, the other president before before Churchill, he was a different type. He was more of a peacemaker, but they got rid of him. They put Churchill in there. Then he died of cancer anyway, I think, Chamberlain, down the road a year or so. But there's a lot of stuff you don't know. Even Russia was going to start a war with Germany eventually. So there's a lot of things, but war is money. The elites love it. They don't worry. They're not going to get hurt. They're going to make sure they stay out of harm's way. Now, somebody told me, I don't know if it's true, but somebody said that a lot of the Israelis left New York recently. So does that really mean New York's going to get hit with something? I find it hard to believe. Now, Putin released coordinates. Okay, he said, you keep threatening us. He released coordinates of like 5 different locations, his generals or whatever. One was Washington, D.C., like if they're going to strike. One was like in France. One was in Germany. Like he had 5 locations he picked. So are they trying to instigate Putin to go to World War III level? I think so. I mean, look, could you imagine we were at war with Iraq and Russia is sending Iraq missiles and bombs and ammo and tanks and mercenary soldiers? We wouldn't want to go after Russia? Because that's what we're doing. We're sending everything to Ukraine. Now, the Ukrainian people are the ones suffering, okay? Because Ukraine was supposed to be the most corrupt government in the whole East over there, okay? And that's another problem. But we're sending all this stuff. Russia sooner or later is going to go, oh, that missiles that you sent just killed 2,000 of my men. They're going to go to war with us eventually. They're going to have no choice. I mean, it's going to get to the point where it's like they're fighting us anyway. So they can keep blaming Putin, but you keep poking that bear. Now, do they really care, though? Here's the key. Do they really care? Because if you look at those Georgia satanic 10 commandments, it said they want to get us down to 500 million. Well, what quicker way to get the world down to 500 million people is just having World War III. You're lucky if there'll be 500 million left. Maybe a few parts of the U.S. in the middle of the country may not get hit. Maybe a little piece of Russia somewhere. We're in the mountains over there. So, maybe there will be 500. Maybe a couple of countries won't even get touched. Who knows? But that seems to be another plan for them. It seems like they want World War III. But they don't only want, you have to understand, these globalists, they hate us. There's something wrong with them. They hate people. They want you, the people, to suffer. They want you to suffer every way they can make you suffer. They want to kill your kids, okay? They're killing babies like crazy in all different fashions, whether it be abortion or war or whatever, trafficking. They hate you, okay? They feel like they're some kind of gods. They hate you. They don't want you here, all right? They don't need you anymore. They got robots that can do everything. They just want a few people, All right. So understand this. These globalists don't care. I'm sure they all got a plan that there's some piece of this world, and I think it's in Antarctica. I think there's an island over there that's got a warm climate. Okay. And I think that's where they're all going to go when they unleash Armageddon on us. Because that's the best way for them to get it down to 500 million. Even they get it down to 1 billion. They want to get it down. I heard Ted Turner say 2 billion is the perfect number. So we got what, 7 billion-ish? They want to get it down to 2, whatever the number is. They want to get rid of a lot of us. All right. So this is what we're up against. So keep hoping, because hope, like I said, you're hoping for someone else to do something. I want to know, are people going to go out there and start doing something? Are you talking to people? Are you telling people? Some of you guys got shows. So at least you're saying something. Who knows how long this will last? YouTube pretty soon will be sending the FBI to your house. So what happened to freedom of speech? I don't understand. We're in America. Where did it go? We got people censoring us about every little thing. Yes, by any means necessary. Limp Willie. Yep, you're right. By any means necessary, they will do what they got to do. I guess they were going for the slow kill, but the slow kill ain't working out for them too good. The internet happened to be their enemy now. All the media that, their people are waking up. Millions of people are waking up, but there's still more sheep than there are people that are waking up. Okay, and that's a big problem. I'm telling you, I go to work and I talk to people and nobody knows. I ask people, do you know who Klaus Schwab is? They don't know. They don't know who Klaus Schwab is. The New World. They don't even know what the New World Order is. What are these people doing? Or especially the young generation, like any kids 25 and under, they're too busy on TikTok, bouncing around and dancing. And I don't know what's going on. It seems like they're just brain dead. People don't know what's going on. Too many people. It seems like the people 40 and over, I would say people 40 to 50, they're kind of on point. They know what's going on, but they're still like doing their thing because they're still working. And then the people 50, 60 years old, like a lot of them are kind of retired or just drained from being a slave for 20, 30 years like me. I feel like I've been a slave for like 30 years. I've been working. I made a lot of money, and then they took it all away. And then I made a lot of money again. They took that away. They find a way to get your money. All right? No matter how much you think you're at, all these people, like they're millionaires. They're worth $2, $3, $4, $5 million, $10 million. They think they're safe. You ain't safe. Because when these globalists are done with us, the middle class. See, they want the middle class. The poor people, they don't mind. Poor people are going to do what they say just to get that food stamp check, right? So they want the middle class because the middle class is the threat. But after they're all done with the middle class, you millionaires, you people that are worth, a few $1 million, you're next. So you better jump on board with the middle class. Okay, and stop thinking you're untouchable because you're worth $2, $3, $4, $5 million, whatever, 10 million. It's nothing to them. $10 million. These people look at $10 million like it's $10. They don't care. We got to stop. Stop hoping and start doing. Because that's what people are doing. They're all hoping. What are you hoping for? The only thing you could do is pray. You can't pray to the Almighty God. Maybe he'll intervene. I think he's a little fed up with us. Wow, a little. He's so fed up with us, it's ridiculous. Some of this stuff should have never happened in America. Abortion should have never happened. Should have just never happened. The only way I can even see it's legit, it's a medical emergency where, the mother's going to die and the kid's going to die anyway. So, at least do something. But back in the old days, they would tell the mother, you're going to die, but you're going to have the kid, and that's the way it rolled. And the kid was born. It happened a lot, but it's a lot of evil stuff going on. And they got people now starting to really believe all this stuff with men and women, and men participating in women's sports and saying they're women. I mean, don't make no sense anymore. It's not supposed to make sense. Don't you understand? It's not supposed to make sense. They don't want it to make sense. They want to drive you crazy. That's the goal. To make you, just make you lose your mind. Because they love it. They love for you to suffer. These rich oligarchs are demons. I keep telling you, they're demons. They want you to suffer. I think they get off on it. And put up a link. I like it when I get to talk to you better. Yeah, I'm just gonna end this show though. I'm not gonna really put up a link right now. I kind of stopped. I don't know. I'm gonna do open panels once in a while. I just wanted to get my point across. Anybody got any questions? It's a bad episode of The Twilight Zone. I like that one. It's true. It is a bad episode of The Twilight Zone. But I am really aggravated with the politicians, the Republicans. They sit there and they act like they're on our side, but yet they're letting all those poor innocent... I mean, let's face it. Most of the people in January 6th were just regular guys, okay? Could have been a few loony bins. But 90% of them were just going in there. They went in there peacefully. They were looking around. They felt like, there were thousands of people that went in there, but they just picked 700 and basically arrested them to make examples out of them, to put fear into you as usual. They don't want you to protest. They don't like protests like that. Okay, but yet they'll send people to, Supreme Court judges' houses, give them their address and everything, but that's okay. I don't understand how they could sit there, like this Liz Cheney, can sit there and do all her bullshit, but yet the Democrats are sending people, putting the justices, the Supreme Court justices, putting their addresses out there because of the Roe v. Wade. And they're letting them go to their house, burn shit in front of their house. And that's okay. That's not a resurrection. What is it? That's what I like to know. Then we got an invasion on the Texas border that's out of control, that the governor had to get the National Guard involved to stop it. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people coming here. They keep coming. You can't blame them. They're coming from a country that they come here and they get everything they want. Food stamps, housing, cars, phones, shit. I'm thinking about leaving the country and coming back in and saying I'm from a different country. Why not? I won't have to go to work. I'll get free room and board, food. I'll get a nice phone. They'll give me a car to get around in. So we got Marcus saying there is, let's see, there's a movie coming out soon called Nope, done of it's based on Skinwalker Ranch about aliens. Well, I don't know if I believe they're aliens. I believe they're fallen in demons or something. An alien like that. What was that guy's name? The guy that summoned the portal there. Crowley. When he gave the description of what they look like, it looked like grays, man. So I think I think the grays are basically organic creatures that the fallen angels created so that they can have some type of image, okay? Because I think the fallen angels, they can't come here. They're not allowed in this reality anymore. So they created those guys. But we'll see. They want you to believe aliens made us. I'm watching a lot of shows on basically trying to get rid of erase God. That's what they're trying to do. Erase him in every way. They don't want you to believe the Almighty. They want you to believe there were many gods, and there were, but they weren't the Almighty. They were, okay, Elohims. There were many Elohims. Okay, those are like angels that had powers. If they're not from this world and they got powers, they're like gods to us, right? But there's one Almighty God. Okay, he's the boss of bosses. He made all this stuff. Okay, he made those other gods, the demigods, if you want to call them. Okay, so there is one guy that made everything. Well, not a guy. Yeah, he's a spiritual being or whatever. Okay. Hey, Pops in chat. Makes sense. Red lipstick. We got red lipstick in the house. Red lipstick vibes. Let's see what this stupid thing don't work right. Okay. Shout out, sweetheart, peace and blessings. Yep. Facts. There is only one creator. Yes. But they don't want you to believe that. They even made that movie, what is it, Prometheus, where they called them engineers and they came here and they made us and then they left. And then they were coming back they were trying to destroy us, but we stopped it, and then they were coming back to destroy us. I mean, this is the shit they're trying to pump in people's heads. They want you so confused when it's just so simple. There is an Almighty God. He created all of this, and we are fighting demonic forces. If you can't see that there's some type of evil in this world, then you're fucking blind. Okay? There's a lot of evil shit going on. People cannot be this evil. It's just not normal. There has to be something else inside them. Okay? You can't be a guy that kills millions of people and you're a person. There's got to be some kind of demon inside you. That's not even human. Okay? We're not born to kill millions of people. Okay? It's not in our DNA. Red lipstick, I went over that with the New York City thing, but I had a few things, a few ideas in my brain. I'll just make it quick. I think it could be three different things. Like it could be fear porn. It could be the New World Order ushering in World War III. Want to depopulate us because if New York gets hit, it's game over. The bombs will just start flying all over the place because we got plenty of them. Don't worry. The U.S. has got nuclear subs all over the planet with a lot of firepower, But I don't know. I mean, it's a coin toss. Are they trying to scare us, or are they going to hit us with just one in New York and then pull back? But I watched this show a long time ago. I never forgot. This guy, 107, he's the guy that thinks, there's the white hats, they call them, white hats and black hats. And the white hats are in control, but they're teaching humanity a lesson, so they'll never let this happen again. And they're claiming, this guy 107 claimed the white hats are going to let the black hats bring us to the brink of destruction, to where you're almost going to believe the buttons are going to start getting pushed, okay? You're almost going to, see the countdown on Netflix. They'll probably put it on. There we go, the countdown to the end of the world. And at the last second, they're going to pull it out. Okay? They want you, if it's the good guys pulling the strings, they want you so scared shit that you wake up and you never let this happen again. Because we let these guys for the last 50, 60, 70, maybe 100 years, okay, control this country with their evil. Or they really want it to happen. Maybe the white hats don't really exist. Maybe it's a chill, it's just to keep people at calm, like some of the patriots. And it's really all black hat controlled anyway, demonic. And they want to get World War III going on because what quicker way to depopulate the planet and gain total control? Could you imagine it was a World War III and then, after whatever, it lasted like 6 months or 3 months, whatever. It would take them a few days to probably blow everything up. And then all of a sudden, they stopped, and this government arose, this world government, and said, look, You know, every country's gotten hit with all this damage. So we're going to start a whole, we're going to get along now. And we have to, basically all work together to start, humankind again. And everybody's going to agree with it. Because they're scared shit. People don't want to die. People are scared to die. Okay? Even, hey, look, I'm no different anymore. I don't want to die, but it's going to happen sooner or later anyway. And if you got some faith in the Almighty God, maybe you got a chance. Yeah. I agree with you, Trinity, and I call it hope. Because hope's basically you're hoping somebody else is going to do something. Because you're not doing it, so you're hoping somebody else will. All right. I get what you're saying. Sounds like the beast. Yep. So this was all in the book. Are these Masons playing out Revelation like a movie? Could be. Or is it really happening? Is the Almighty God really doing it? He's had it. Does the Almighty God want us all to suffer before he ends it all? I don't know. I mean, most people, not all of us, we've turned our backs as a country on him. Less and less people believing there is an Almighty God. Everybody's all over the place with it now. All this disinformation's coming out there too. So a lot of craziness. Too much. They throw curveballs at you. They make you think, oh, good things are happening. And then all of a sudden, boom, you wake up the next day and you got a farmers protest. But anyway, want to thank everybody for tuning in. I try to keep the shows a little shorter now, a lot shorter. Actually, I run out of steam after a while. I've been running. That's why I've been making too many, because it's almost the same old story. Basically, the politicians are doing whatever they want. I feel like I live in a country where the government is just gangsters now. You have no say, and if they really want to, they'll do what they got to do. They'll take you out. They'll threaten, and the politicians that are even like would do something are scared shit because they've probably been leveraged or threatened that their whole family. Or look at the VP of not the former Prime Minister of Japan. They whacked him. He got assassinated. That guy was speaking up probably against the New World Order. So was that an example? I don't know. But there's just so much going on every day. You wake up tomorrow, chickens are going to be, you're not going to be able to eat chickens, poultry, because chickens shit and they cause the climate to get, damaged. I mean, and then a week later, it'll be the pigs. Pigs don't sweat. So they fart a lot because they got to get rid of the toxins and they're killing the atmosphere. Who knows? But what we need is to see people going to jail. And until you see some of these politicians going to jail, you're not winning. I don't care what show you watch. They want to give you all this false hope, okay? And until I see somebody like Hillary Clinton and Pelosi and that Swift there that got that like egghead and pretend presidents and potato heads and all these, until I see some of these people going to jail, I don't know what planet you're living on or what you're trying to believe or manifest. You think like if you just keep thinking positively, it's going to happen? Because they got all this shit too now. Oh, the different dimensions. We're 5th dimension, 4th dimension. Ugats, 5th dimension. Ugats, 4th dimension. Planet Earth. That's where we live. Okay? So stop with all this craziness. We live in this dimension, that matrix, this matrix. Who knows? All I know is nobody's going to jail that deserves to go to jail. Only the poor little middle-class guys that went for a tour January 6th through the thing there, Some of them were bad, but not most of them weren't. Most people they would actually show you, man. They're walking through the red ropes around, and they're going like on the tour, looking around at everything. And all right, so you give them a trespassing summons, a misdemeanor, but they're still in jail. And not one politician is even talking about it. The only ones talking about the ones who want to put people in jail. All right, so wanted to go over that New York City thing. Thought it's ridiculous what happened there. They're trying to, I don't know what they're trying to really accomplish. But remember, you're fighting all of this. Remember. So this is everything that you're fighting. Okay? So time to wake the fuck up. And if you can't
handle the truth,
then I don't know what to tell you anymore. All right? May the Almighty God bless you and your family. And Pops out.